You're tired, you're frustrated, you're not quite yourself lately, your energy is dipping, focus is harder to maintain, your workouts feel off, and you're wondering, is this just age? Or is something deeper going on? You're not alone. And no, this isn't just getting older, and you might be facing a common but hidden issue: low testosterone. It affects millions of men, but the signs aren't always obvious. In fact, they often hide behind everyday symptoms, the kind you'd never guess are hormonal. In this video, we'll uncover the 7 hidden symptoms of low testosterone that most men ignore and what they really mean for your health, energy, and vitality. Welcome to Optimized Men, the channel dedicated to helping you rebuild strength, focus, and confidence through natural methods and practical insights. Let's kick off part 1 of this 2-part deep dive into low testosterone, starting with what testosterone really does and the early symptoms that are easiest to miss. What testosterone really does. Testosterone isn't just the sex hormone, it's the command center for energy, strength, mental clarity, and motivation in the male body. It plays a critical role in muscle mass and strength, bone density, fat distribution, sex drive and erections, mood and mental health, cognitive function, energy production, red blood cell creation, recovery from workouts. When your testosterone is optimal, life feels sharp, your drive is strong, you recover faster, think clearer, and feel more in control of yourself. But when it begins to decline, which it naturally does around age 30, things slowly start to shift. You might not notice at first, but over time, the symptoms stack up. And today's modern lifestyle only makes things worse. Poor sleep, chronic stress, bad food, sedentary routines, and constant screen time all suppress your body's ability to maintain healthy T levels. Hidden symptom number 1, constant fatigue, even when you sleep. Let's start with the most common, most misunderstood symptom. You go to bed, you sleep 7 or 8 hours, yet you wake up feeling wiped out. You hit a wall mid-afternoon. You struggle to get through your workouts or your workday. This is deeper than being tired. Low testosterone impacts mitochondrial function, your cell's ability to generate energy. When testosterone drops, energy production slows. That's why you feel flat, sluggish, and drained even with plenty of sleep. If you constantly feel like you're running on empty, your hormones might be the reason. Hidden symptom number 2, loss of motivation and drive. Here's a symptom most guys never expect. You stop caring. Not just about sex, but about life. You stop setting goals. You stop pursuing challenges. You get passive. Low testosterone affects dopamine, the brain chemical tied to motivation, reward, and drive. When T drops, dopamine often drops too. You feel like you're in a fog, not depressed, but disconnected. You're functioning, but without momentum. If you've lost your hunger to push forward, whether in the gym, business, or life, that could be your hormones talking. Hidden symptom number 3, brain fog and forgetfulness. You're not as sharp, you lose your train of thought, you read something and forget it 5 minutes later, you walk into a room and forget why. Sound familiar? Low testosterone affects executive brain function, including focus, working memory, and mental processing. Brain fog is a subtle symptom, but a powerful one. You'll notice it in meetings, conversations, or even when trying to stay organized. And it's not about intelligence, it's about clarity, and when testosterone drops, clarity fades. Hidden symptom number 4, irritability, anxiety, or emotional flatness. Men don't like talking about emotions, but let's get honest. Have you been snapping more than usual, feeling anxious over small things, or just not feeling much of anything? Low testosterone impacts neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA, which help regulate emotional balance. When your T dips, your mood can shift in ways that don't feel like you. You might feel irritated for no reason, or number, or like life has lost some of its spark. Most men chalk this up to stress or burnout, but often it's hormonal. Hidden symptom number 5, belly fat that just won't go away. Here's the deal, low testosterone doesn't just reduce energy, it also increases fat storage, especially in the lower belly. Even if you haven't changed your diet or training, you might notice that gut creeping in. And it's not just cosmetic, it's biochemical. As testosterone drops, your body increases aromatase, the enzyme that converts T into estrogen. That estrogen increase makes it easier to store fat, which creates more estrogen, which lowers T further. It's a vicious hormonal loop, and breaking it starts with recognizing it. Hidden symptom number 6, low libido and inconsistent erections. Let's talk real. If your sex drive has dropped, or if your performance is hit and miss, your body is sending a clear signal. Testosterone isn't just about desire, it's directly involved in nitric oxide production, which controls blood flow and arousal. When T is low, that blood flow weakens. Morning wood becomes rare. Desire fades. Erections aren't as strong or consistent. Most men wait until this becomes a serious problem, but it's one of the earliest warning signs. Don't ignore it. Hidden symptom number 7, slower recovery, more injuries, less progress. You're still training, but something's off. You're sore longer, your gains have stalled, injuries hang around. Testosterone drives protein synthesis and tissue repair. When your levels are low, your recovery slows and your muscles don't rebuild as efficiently. It's frustrating, you're doing the work and getting diminishing returns. If you're training hard but not seeing progress, low T could be the culprit. Why ignoring low testosterone is dangerous. This isn't just about feeling tired or missing gym PRs. Unchecked low testosterone puts you at risk for serious long-term problems. Here's what the research shows. Increased body fat, especially visceral fat, which is linked to inflammation. Higher risk of heart disease. Insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Weakened bones and higher fracture risk. Mood disorders, including depression and anxiety. Cognitive decline in later life. Decreased fertility and sperm count. Accelerated biological aging. And worst of all, most men think all of this is just normal. It's not. It's preventable and fixable. How to rebuild testosterone naturally. Let's get into the good news. You don't need synthetic injections to feel better. You just need to realign your lifestyle with what your biology actually needs. Here are the 5 fundamentals to reclaim your testosterone naturally and powerfully. 1. Prioritize deep, consistent sleep. Your testosterone is produced while you sleep, especially during deep REM stages. If you're staying up late, scrolling your phone, or waking up throughout the night, your T production crashes. Here's what to do. Aim for 7.5 to 9 hours per night. Keep your room dark, cool, and screen-free. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily. Avoid eating 2 hours before bed. Supplement with magnesium glycinate if needed. Fix your sleep and everything else gets easier. 1. Train like a man, lift heavy, rest well. Strength training sends a clear signal to your body. We need more testosterone. Focus on compound movements. Squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, overhead press, rows. Train 3 to 4 times per week. Prioritize progressive overload, but don't overtrain. Rest is just as important as work. Muscle isn't just a result of testosterone, it helps trigger more of it. 1. Clean up your diet, fuel your hormones. You don't need to go keto or paleo, but you do need to cut out the junk that wrecks your hormones. Avoid refined sugar, seed oils, canola, soy, corn, processed snacks, alcohol, soy products. Plastic containers, add in grass-fed beef and wild salmon, whole eggs, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, pumpkin seeds and Brazil nuts, olive oil, avocado, and bone broth, zinc-rich foods like oysters. Eat like your hormones depend on it because they do. 1. Stress less. Or at least reset daily. Stress raises cortisol, which directly suppresses testosterone. The more stressed you are, the less your body can prioritize hormonal health. You need to create space to regulate your nervous system. Try deep breathing, box or 4-7-8, cold showers or cold plunges, tech-free walks in nature, meditation or float tanks, journaling or breath work, 15 minutes a day of stillness. Stress is unavoidable, but chronic stress is optional. 1. Use smart supplements. No gimmicks. You can't out-supplement a bad lifestyle. But if your foundation is solid, the right stack can accelerate your results. Here's the optimized men's stack we recommend. Testosterone helps restore your body's natural T production, supports libido, energy, and stamina. Prime Gene X, a foundational supplement for hormonal balance, mood regulation, and physical recovery. NAD supplement recharges your mitochondria, improves energy production, and supports anti-aging. Neuroactive 6 targets cortisol and brain fog, great for clarity, calm, and focus under pressure. Glucose 6 regulates blood sugar, protecting your testosterone from insulin-related crashes. You can stack them or introduce one at a time based on your needs. They're not magic, but they're powerful support tools. You're not broken. If you're experiencing low energy, stubborn belly fat, or inconsistent performance, don't ignore it. These aren't random annoyances, they're biofeedback. Your body is talking, and testosterone is one of the clearest messengers you have. You're not supposed to feel tired all the time. You're not supposed to be numb to life. You're not supposed to grind through every day like you're falling apart. That version of you, that's the misaligned you. And the aligned version, strong, sharp, energized, is still in there. So here's your plan. Fix your sleep, train heavy and recover harder. Eat like a warrior, not a lab rat. Reset your stress daily. Supplement to support, not replace your habits. Start tracking your symptoms. Get your blood work done. Most importantly, take yourself seriously. You're not done. You're just getting started.